a car to the finish. Andy talks us through a qualifying lap of Le Mans.
Okay, now onto the start-finish straight. All you have to do here is go up through into fifth gear. We come up to the Dunlop chicane, which is very, very tricky because you'll continue into turn when you really want to stop. You go down into fourth gear, just a slight flick to the left and right, through the Dunlop chicane, then up over the brow where the car goes light, and sometimes the tail end just gets away from you with a little bit of wheel spin. Into fifth gear, down to the S's, very fast, into fourth gear. Another left-right, but very much faster than the Dunlop chicane. Stay in fourth, up onto the red limiter before Tete Rouge, which leads you onto the famous Mulsanne straight. I'm staying in fourth gear to save the gearbox here. Accelerate very hard out of here, into fifth, into sixth. And then basically all you have to do for the next few seconds is just sit there and enjoy the scenery. All you can really see coming down the straight of the corner are just the signboards, the meters to go before you arrive at the corner. And what I'm looking for is the 200 meter board. I want to brake just before the 200 meter board, and then you can go down to either fourth or third on this occasion, to go through the first chicane. There's some traffic in front, so I want to get a good exit and pass them on the way out, if they wait for me. Accelerate hard up to third, fourth, fifth, past the two cars, up into sixth gear, and we've got another period of time where we're just waiting, looking for the signboards to the second chicane. This one you could brake about 10 metres later as you're arriving slightly slower than you were into the first chicane. This time it's definitely third gear. Gently with the gearbox, pull the car in. Not too difficult to corner, except accelerating out, the rear end of the car wants to get away from you, so you have to make sure it doesn't wheel spin too much. Up into fourth, up into fifth, then up into sixth gear, and then over the famous brow before the Mulsanne corner, which used to be taken at 250 miles an hour. Now it's probably about 180. Immediately you come over the brow, you come down into the Mulsanne corner, which is right down into second or third gear, depending on how you're running. It's a very slow corner. Watch the wheel spin coming out. Up into third, fourth, into fifth. Then you have two blind, flat-out right-hand kinks, into sixth on the first one, and the second one leads you into the right-hand part of Indianapolis, which is a very, very fast corner. You can brake at about 150 metres and be very smooth as the car goes through the right-hand part, and still braking very hard down into fourth gear for the left-hand part of Indianapolis. Now just a small amount of power up into Arnage. Arnage is a very slow corner with virtually no grip. You have to be extremely careful with the car here so as not to spin. I'm taking it in third gear, accelerate out, up into fourth, up into fifth. There's now a blind left kink, into sixth, and now we come to the Porsche curves. We'll approach those very fast in sixth gear. It's a whole series of corners. If you get one of them wrong, it all goes wrong completely. I'll go into fifth gear for the first one, which is a right-hander. Then the left-hander is taken in fifth. The next left-hander in fifth, and then straight down into fourth gear for the right-hander. You have to keep very, very tight here. Don't let the car get out wide because it's very dirty out wide. And then the last left-hander is a very nasty off-camber corner, which catches a lot of people out. Then up into fifth gear, through a little right-left. We stay in fifth now, all the way up to the fourth chicane, which is taken in third gear. In fact, there are two chicanes, left, right, left, right. To be very tidy here, so as not to overheat the tyres. Accelerate hard out, press that radio button and tell them how much fuel you've used again.
The circuit has changed considerably over